Hello, everybody. Welcome to my channels, Perfectly Imperfection Coaching, Recovery Coaching, and my Let's Just Review and Recap radio podcast. I'm your host. Y'all should know who I am by now. Thank you guys for joining me for this episode. I appreciate y'all for joining me today. And if you like the commentary, subscribe and notification button. If you guys like the commentary on my podcast, please go to African Melanin Queens and also Perfectly Imperfection Radio Podcast. And you guys can see my commentary there. I am a certified recovery, healing, and recovery coach. It's all about helping people on their paths and their journeys to a new and better you through self discovery. I specialize in healing and recovery and addiction, and I'm helping people to go from being lost to being found. I hope you guys are doing well. Me, I'm doing good. I'm going to do a 2-for-1 today. This isn't just going to be about the Country Wayne skits because the Let's Review and Recap channel is all about the Country Wayne skits and reviewing the Country Wayne skits. Whereas my African Melanin Queens and my Perfectly Imperfection channel is all about women and just people in general who don't fit society standards. Now, today I'm going to talk about the Country Wayne skits, but I'm not going to talk about the skits themselves. I'm going to talk about the people that's in the skits. Because there are some of y'all who don't know anything about the Country Wayne skits, and I would like to introduce you to the characters that are in these skits. And we're going to talk about not only about going from black women or women in general to queens to empresses. And the reason I want to talk about this is because I don't feel any of these women in the Country Wayne skits are queens or empresses. And I feel like that a lot of us in our community are just black women. We don't represent ourselves as queens. We don't represent ourselves as respectable. I feel like we lower ourselves entirely way too much. We're in this harlot, succubus, and Jezebel mentality. And we're at this place where black women are always the ones being pretty much the scarlet letter that we just can't get away from. So I want to talk about these Country Wayne skits, but I want to do them differently. Because the one thing about me as a certified recovery healing and recovery coach, it's about healing. Now, I've watched a lot of panels, mind you. When I tell you I've watched a lot of panels, I have watched a whole lot of these panels. And don't get me wrong, I understand where everybody is coming from. I really do. And I've sat back and I've listened to them. And I've tried to get some type of, understanding. But these people on these panels ain't gonna like me because I have a different philosophy on these particular skits that's very different than everybody else. I don't look at these skits the way everybody else does. I don't think about these skits the way everybody else does. And anybody who has seen my videos knows I don't look at these Country Wayne skits the way y'all do. I don't. Because I don't condone their behavior at all. I do not condone not one single solitary female as far as their behavior. None of them. I don't condone it. I think that we are lowering ourselves. I feel we are disrespecting ourselves. And I feel like that we feel that we are less than. And I am really tired of seeing black women, especially beautiful black women, lowering themselves like they're unattractive, like they don't deserve to have what other race of women have. I hear it all the time. Black women got to settle. Black women got to go back when a man cheats on them. Black women can't date outside their race. Black women are problematic. Black women are this and this, so on and so forth. like we were the first ones that did this behavior, and we're not. So let me start with Amber and Anthony. I'm gonna start there. Do I think that Amber should have went back? No, I don't, and I would never, as a coach, tell her to go back, especially after reading the Bible. You don't go back to somebody that hurts you, especially in that way. Now, mind you, I don't condone what she did because I am tired of y'all making it seem like Amber's the victim in this. She's not. Amber, in no way, shape, form, or fashion, is the victim in this, and she's not. And I'm tired of y'all making it seem like she is the victim, and she's not. Amber made a choice to sleep with Wayne, and this is her karma. Do you not realize there is karma for every negative thing that you do? There is karma. The girl slept with Wayne. Did you think that her best friend wasn't going to sleep with her husband? What planet are y'all on? If you got friends of yours that see you as a drop dead gorgeous woman, and you telling your best friend, I slept with another man, and your best friend is telling you, you got a good man, Savannah, why are you cheating on him? Do you not remember when Shayla was talking to that girl that she went to school with, and she said the reason why she slept with Anthony because Amber acted like she didn't want him because she slept with Wayne? Is that not what she said? Is that not what she said? Y'all act like stuff like this don't happen. When you have an attractive friend and an unattractive friend who can't get men like the one that gets every single man out here. Do you really think the fact that Shayla was able to get close to this man, she would have never had access to him if Amber wouldn't have left the door open and made it seem like she didn't care about him? Do y'all really think Shayla would have went after him if she knew that she would have cared about him? No, she wouldn't have. But when you watch your friend dog out a man that is a good man, a man that is helping you with your business, a man that gave you money to sit up there and get you a bar, that didn't even know you, that your cousin went and introduced you to. When you met this man, you wanted him to wait, but you slept with Wayne and he disrespected you in your own house. And yet it was that easy for you to sleep with Wayne, but you made Anthony wait. Anthony defended you against Wayne when it came to disrespecting you. And then you turn around and mad because he's not respecting you. Why he's not defending you? You told him not to. You can't have it both ways where you want a man to protect you, but then you don't want him to protect you when it sees fit. Make up your mind. Do you want him to defend you or don't you? At the end of the day, I cannot sit here. Am I condoning what Shayla did? No. But if you give somebody ammunition to take your man, guess what? They're going to take your man. I'm sorry. I'm not with y'all on this. I'm not. As somebody that's a coach, at the end of the day, I have to hold her accountable. I have to. Because you slept with another man. I don't care if it was before the vows. The relationship didn't start when they got married. The relationship started right then when they first got together. So stop with this, or when they got married. No, because there was infidelity before there was adultery. Whatever you bring into that marriage is going to come into that marriage. That girl brought infidelity because she cheated into the marriage, which led to adultery. That's her. Because do you really think Anthony would have cheated on her? Honestly, do you think that he would have cheated on her? Do you think Shayla would have really went after her husband if she didn't tell her that she slept with Wayne? Can we be real here at this point? Because why would Shayla sleep with Anthony if Amber was really in love with her husband? So y'all make it seem like that Shayla went after this man and Amber was the one that wasn't cheating. If Amber wasn't cheating, I'd have been like, I'm with y'all. I'm with all of y'all on these panels. No, she slept with Wayne. his business partner. This man didn't want you when it came to Mike. He's the reason you and Mike aren't together no more. You cheated on Mike with Wayne, and then you turn around and cheat on Anthony with Wayne. Exactly. And that's exactly the way I look at it. She didn't love her husband until somebody else wanted him. Because she didn't really start loving him till she got intimidated by Piari. Let's go back to that. When Piari came into the picture, that is when she started getting jealous of Anthony. Yeah, but y'all didn't pay attention to that, did you? I did. I certainly did. The way that she looked when Piari walked up, she was intimidated. She's still intimidated by that girl. Because Piari is a naturally beautiful woman. She is naturally beautiful. She has this like natural look. She ain't even got to try. So at the end of the day, Piari ain't got to do nothing. She's just a drop dead gorgeous girl, naturally. So what it is Amber settled. I'm sorry, she did. She didn't want Anthony. The only reason she married Wayne was because Anthony, I'm sorry. The reason she married Anthony was because Anthony was second choice. He was second choice. So let me go into the Rolanda situation because I have a different philosophy on that one. Let me tell you why that happened. You know how intuition, when you know something ain't right, but you can't put your fingers on it. Do you want to know why he stood up at that wedding? Yep. She wanted to be a bride, but not a wife. Exactly. If Wayne would have stopped that wedding, she would have married Anthony. Amber won't Wayne. Because y'all remember a few weeks ago when when Wayne asked her that question and she looked at him, she still wants Wayne. I don't care what nobody say. She still wants Wayne. If Wayne was to say, I want you to leave your husband. You remember when she got that house and Wayne was over there and they almost slept together? You gonna tell me she wouldn't sleep with him again? I don't know what planet y'all on. I don't know. Maybe I see something different. But I see a woman that wants somebody that don't want her. That is Amber. Amber always wants somebody that don't want her. Well, don't that remind you of Shayla? Because Shayla is no different than it was when it came to Amber and Rolanda. Same scenario. When it came to Rolanda and Mike and her, did she have any respect for Rolanda when she went after Mike? She sure didn't. She did the exact same thing except didn't get pregnant. Didn't Amber almost get pregnant by Wayne? And she didn't know who the baby daddy was almost if she would have been pregnant. So what makes y'all think that Amber is better than Shayla because she's just now getting into the Bible? The only reason she getting into the Bible because she had to deal with consequences and repercussions and karma. That is the only reason she's got to that Bible. So the only reason that Amber started getting into that Bible because she got caught. She got caught. Do you think Amber would have been in church trying to repent if she didn't get caught? Because that's the first thing that people do when they get caught. Or when they do something negative. They'll pick up that Bible and they'll read that Bible, but will not read that Bible any other time. Do you see her every night reading the Bible? No. She even stopped going to church. If you really about God, you'd have been sitting up in church all day, every day in church. There's a thing called repentance. But here's the problem, though. The two people that's involved in y'all situation is still very much involved and still very much a part of your life. Amber, this man introduced. Wait till you find out that Wayne is the one that introduced Iman to Shayla. Wait till you find out that Wayne told Anthony that Shayla was the better businesswoman than you. So at the end of the day, we're not going to do that because Amber, birds of a feather flock together. You and Shayla are no different. None. There is nothing different between you and her. Because what if Wayne decided to flip this? What if you'd have got pregnant and Shayla didn't? And we didn't know if the baby daddy would have been you, would have been Anthony or Wayne. So we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna act like before y'all got married, you didn't do the same thing. You did the same thing that Shayla did when it came to Anthony and Wayne because they did business together. So what makes you better? What makes you better? So at the end of the day, you can't say that you are better than Shayla because you're not. Just like Brittany's not no better than Shayla. She slept with Calvin, slept with Tigger, and then and was with Dalen and playing Dalen the same thing. Ernestine cheated on her husband, Jay, with ex, Mike, J-Mo, and James. Birds of a feather flock together. Amanda slept with her mama's fiance. Birds of a feather flock together. They're all the same. So I don't know why y'all saying, well, Shayla, those are her friends that she chose. She chose them women. Because me personally, number one, you ain't coming to my house and my husband ain't there. Number one, because if I ain't there, you ain't going to be there while my husband is there. That's the first thing. Number two, if you start touching my husband inappropriately, we have a very serious problem. Because let me break something down about me. If I go to my homegirl house, I have never hugged her boyfriend ever since I've met him. I've never hugged any of the men they've dated. Never hugged them in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Why? Because I'm not going to do that. I have boobies. That's one reason why. Because when you hug a man, they kind of feel your boobies. And I ain't trying to have nobody thinking that I'm trying to sit up here and I'm messing with somebody, based on boobies. So no, I don't hold men. There's not one man that I have hugged that's friends or dating any of my friends. I would never do that. That's one thing. Number two, if she tell me to go in the house, the way I dress when I'm in front of these men, I ain't even dressed like I'm trying to attract them at all. It's not, don't know. It is the people that are closest to you. You think your best friends ain't jealous of you? You think your best friends ain't looking at your man, looking at all the money he got, you telling your friends how he is in bed, you showing off, and then your friends know you've been cheating. You even got mamas that slept with their daughter's husband. You got daughters that slept with their mama's husband or boyfriends. What are y'all talking about? Siblings that mess with each other's ex-girlfriends, ex-boyfriends, or ex-husbands, ex-wives, or current. So what makes you think Shayla wouldn't have slept with Anthony. Some of y'all have too much faith in too many people. Y'all got way too much faith in too many people. You can't trust people 100%. You have to trust people 1% and leave it there. And that way, when they disappoint you, they mad because 50% chance they are, 50% chance they not. Because even in 48 laws of power, it says you move in silence. And until your relationship is strong enough, you don't let your mama, your daddy, none of them meet your spouse until you certain. Muslim event. And we talked about, mind you, interesting things that kind of got my. They were talking about marriage. And he made a very valid point. Why would a man go to a strip club if he's in a relationship or married? Why would he go to a strip club? If a man really love you, he would not go where temptation. If your man really love you, the strip club is the last place he going. That's the last place that he is going, is to a strip club. The last thing he gonna do is hang around people that's gonna disrespect. The Bible, it says God, Jesus, man, female, children, and then everybody else. So don't your wife come before your mama. Your wife come before your mama. And not only that, where in the Bible does it say that a helpmate is somebody that lowers? Where in the Bible does it say that a woman's supposed to stay home? That is what it says. Evenly yoked with, meaning you ain't supposed to be with somebody that's lower than you anyway. See, that's the part everybody miss. Family is, how trifling your friends are. Because she's the outside looking in and she has no emotional attachment to these people. It's just like when a man, now mind you, hold up, because I'm going to flip that. There's also times you got women that and men that want to distance you from everybody so they can put their hands on you or whatever they're going to do to you. So you really have to pay attention to that. But that don't mean I'm not going to listen to that person, but I will keep that in mind. But am I going to the strip club? No. Why would I go to the strip club for? For what? I'm in a relationship. I am married. Why do I need to do that? Why do I need to be? Look, let me break down something a lot of women don't know. Okay? And this is through recovery here. When I went back and looked at every man that I slept with, when I looked at all of it, and I mean literally every single man I ever slept with, which is under 50, I must say, I will say this. I had to look at why I slept with these men. I had to look at, did they really satisfy me? Why did I even subject myself to any of this? But that's because of talk behavior. Because everybody kept telling me, if you love me, sex with me. No, I should have been, you love me. See, as a queen, you say you want to be with another woman, please go ahead, that's what you want to do. But it's your loss, not mine. See, I had to learn that it's your loss, not mine. So anybody that rejects me, regardless of what it is, it's your loss, not mine. So stop thinking because some man cheated on you, that is your loss. But see, here's the kicker though. We lower ourselves to build people up that will never do the same for you. You're not supposed to do that. The one thing that I'm teaching people now is that you don't never lower yourself. You don't never give up your safety net ever. You don't never give up your apartment, your house. You don't give up none of that. You need a place to land. You need a place to land. Because if you find out this person is committing infidelity, the first thing that should come in your mind, 48 laws of power. Sit your butt down and read 48 laws of power and figure out how you're supposed to handle it. Go to the Bible and read on how you're supposed to handle it. Do not confront that person if you are emotional, because they are going to take advantage of it and you're going to be right back where you started. And that's why Anne is where she at right now. Because instead of her dealing with this, going to a counselor separate from him to heal from this, talking to Pastor Chris to help her heal, she wouldn't have went back. Why going back? Because you don't want Shayla to have him. That's you going back. You're not going back because if you really wanted to go back, you wouldn't keep throwing in this man's face what he did. You wouldn't even want a DNA test. She is emotional, and I said she's miserable. So, for your sanity, what is more important? You healing and remaining healed, and you moving forward, and you maintaining that healing and that recovery? Or do you go back and continue to keep getting damaged? Because Wayne is damaging her, Shayla is damaging her, and Anthony is damaging her. She is getting it from 3 different directions. 3. You should have just let that girl have him and move on and just say, you know what? We the only thing we share is just the bar, and that's it. Let me buy you out. Amber don't need spouse support. Let me tell you something about somebody that's here to recover. I don't want nothing from you. Nothing. I just want my name. In the immortal words of Tina Turner, I just want my name. That's it. I want nothing from you. All I want is to get as far away from you as possible. So the fact that you see Shayla and you see how Shayla has moved on from Anthony, why do you think that is? Because Shayla did what Amber didn't. Healed. Even though she's still somewhat upset, but if it wasn't for Piari and this new girl, Shayla wouldn't have healed. But that's the difference. She got 2 people that's like, look, move on, homegirl. The new girl's the one that told her you was in the wrong. You was in the wrong. And I'm glad somebody told her the truth. I'm glad that girl said, no, you wrong. You slept with your best friend's husband. Regardless of whether she was doing wrong or not, you still in the wrong. You still in the wrong for messing with her husband. So at the same time, you don't see Shayla no longer chasing after him. She met our mom, and our mom was like, look, go ahead and do the DNA test. You know, if you ain't got nothing to hide, take the DNA test. What you mad for? And like she said to Piari today, the one thing about a mom that stands out You are trying to hold on to a man that is pissed off that another man is in the bed in the house he paid for up between that girl's legs. And then the look on his face when Wayne said that Amber was at fault. When he said Shayla was about her business. Shayla will do whatever it takes to what she wants, and she will. He ain't lying about it. And it shows. Does it make it right? No, it don't. Difference is, do I know Angelina as a mother? Yes, I do. So at the end of the day, if you sleeping with another man, you don't tell none of your friends you sleep with another man, you take that to the grave. Let me break out of war. When you war with somebody, you have wars that you know is coming, and you got wars where you don't see it coming. Which one is worse? The one you don't see coming, or the one that's in front of your face? So let me break down something